What's up, guys? What is cool? What's going on? Not much. Good. Yeah, I think I'm living in my house. I don't know. I always check when I start recording if I'm living in the house. Otherwise, I awkwardly get interrupted by someone, and that's not fun. So today we're going to talk about how am I staying so lean? And this isn't a bragging video saying that, hey, I'm shredded. It's a video. I'm actually going to explain how I'm staying so lean and how I'm doing it, because a lot of people ask me, like, what are you doing? Because I'm leaner now than I was for my show. And I'm literally going to be walking around my entire house here. So, how am I staying so lean? It's simple. So, actually, let's start from the beginning. So, for my show, I started off at about 240 pounds, end of day weight, very high percent body fat, probably mid-20s body fat. Just eating whatever I could, because I was like, eat big and get big, man. You know, like the typical bro bodybuilding mindset, eat big, get big. And you know what? That's not right. Learning that now, that's definitely not right. But I had a starting point of about 240, and I got down to about, I think 187 was my lightest weight, and that's what I competed at my show as. So I started my show, or I went to my show at 188, and I was lean, but I wasn't as lean as I wanted to be, and that was my fault because I had such a long ways to go, and I had to diet for like 22 weeks just to even look somewhat stage ready, and it sucked, man. Like, it really sucked. I had no energy. I lost a lot of muscle mass. A lot of it's coming back now just because of muscle memory and stuff like that, but I lost a lot of muscle mass. So I knew that my following postseason after the show, off season, you know, if you want to call it that, I had to do something different because I wasn't going to do that again because that was miserable. I looked awful before I dieted. In my show, I just was not happy with how I looked. And it's not my trainer at the time's fault. It wasn't his fault at all because he had a lot to work. He didn't exactly have a lot to work with and had a long ways to go. If I would have been like 4 weeks later for my show, I would have been really shredded, but it would have been really small. So it was kind of like, whatever, let's just get it done near the end. So I dieted down for my show. I got 6th out of like 11 in my tall class. Like I said, very unhappy with my placing. I was just stupid about it in the off season because I just got so out of shape and so fat, and I was just like, I was eating Chinese food every day, and I was eating Taco John's post-workout, and I was like, gotta eat big, man, to get big. No, you don't have to eat like a freaking idiot to get big. So, get to the title of the video, and I'm probably going to title it something like totally clickbait. I don't know, how to get abs or something. I really don't know. But how am I staying so lean post-show? So I am staying so lean post-show, and I am actually really lean because I'm pretty lean. I'm leaner now than I was for my show by a long ways. If I needed to, I could probably step on stage in 2 weeks and look really good for a show. I have no interest right now of doing a show because I'm having way too much fun just reverse dieting and making videos for you guys. But if I really wanted to, I could step on stage in 2 weeks and compete in a natural show, of course, and do really well or look really well. I mean, I'm not saying I'd win, but I would look really good. And I'd look miles better than my last show, which was in May. So these last 9 weeks, here's what I've done to stay lean, build muscle, stay in great shape. I have slowly increased my calories in a way we call reverse dieting. Now, I'm not going to go into the actual science of it because I don't know. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not a coach. I am just following what my coach tells me, and that's what I'm doing. I am slowly increasing my calories. I'm resting my hand on my refrigerator because my arm is getting tired. I am slowly increasing my calories and being very, very strict and precise with macronutrients. Macronutrients are proteins, fats, and carbs. And this isn't me saying do if fit your macros or anything, even though I do support that. Everyone uses macros in a way. You eat protein, fats, and carbs. Those are macros, macronutrients, fiber. And I am slowly increasing my carbs 5 or 10 grams per week, or my coaches. I'm not doing this myself. By the way, I use a coach. So anyone asking me for diet advice over Twitter and stuff like that, or for a diet plan, I don't do my own diet, and I'm not gonna give you a diet plan because it's actually illegal for me to do that without a certification or education. And I'm not about that getting arrested life. I'm eating a lot more food now than I was for my week before my show. Peak week, before my show, I had to eat quite a bit of food, But the week before my show, I was eating 180 carbs a day. Now, to most people, that's actually a good amount, but to me at the time, I was going from like eating like 450, I was even measuring in my off season, to like 180 pre-show week. And I had to get down to my desired body fat, which I still didn't get to because I was just a idiot in the off season. So, super good lighting here, by the way. So, now we have slowly, my coach and I, Perform Right, he has slowly increased my carbs either 5 or 10 grams per week. These last few weeks we've gone up 10 because my metabolism was on fire. And we have gotten my carbs up to 310 grams of carbs a day and 220 grams of protein and 63 grams of fat. Now, disclaimer, those are my macronutrients, not yours, not you guy watching this. Do not use those and say, well, Brendan told me to use those in my video. No, those are my macronutrients that my body needs right now. My metabolism is different than anybody else's. Your metabolism is different than mine. X is different than Y, everything. Everyone's metabolism is different and everyone uses food differently and your body processes or metabolizes. Is that even the right word for that? I don't even know. That's why I'm not a coach. Everyone's body digests and metabolizes the food differently. So don't use those macros because I accidentally clicked the record button. That's why it's so frustrating when you see these online coaches, which is basically just these guys that are amped up on drugs and they sell diet programs. They give everyone the same program, the same nutrition, and it doesn't make any sense because, like, why would a 170-pound runner trying to put on weight eat the exact same as a 320-pound out-of-shape guy trying to lose weight? You're not going to give them the same macronutrients, and that doesn't make any sense. So it's like, that's not right. So that's why I hired my own coach. Well, that's why I hired a coach that actually makes my plans individualized, custom. They're actually customized for you because we got my BMR, everything else like that. And he's a great coach, and he's doing awesome. Both my coaches that I use are awesome. I used a different coach for my show, and then I switched to this other guy because he's my boss, and I talk to him every day, and it's just a little bit easier for us to communicate. And both are great coaches and both do similar things. And that's macronutrients, flexible dieting, eating lots of food and staying lean. That's what we're doing. So that is how I've been staying lean. That's how I have been maintaining, a six-pack, whatever you want to say that. And that's how I stay looking good and healthy in the off-season. I'm eating 130 more carbs now than I was for my show, guys. That's crazy. Your body's an amazing thing. You need to eat to grow, but you also need to eat and stay in shape. You need to let your body just use the food. Actually, I may put on more muscle in a month by, just dreamer bulking and eating whatever I wanted and, working out the same workouts and eating, whatever I wanted, getting out of shape and fat. But the thing is, the next time I want to do a show again, I'm going to lose a lot of that muscle, and I'll probably actually gain more muscle just by slowly increasing my muscle mass and calories. So, guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm reverse dieting. I'm slowly upping my carbs every week. And if you don't have the money to pay for a coach, or you don't want to be with a coach and you want to do it yourself, here's my tip. See, again, I'm not a coach. I am a trainer, but I'm not a nutritionist. I will never claim to be until I am, if I ever am. If you're going to do it yourself, just slowly increase your carbs. I mean, it's not a hard concept. You can see if you're putting on body fat. You're going to put on some body fat in the off season. I honestly haven't yet. But yeah, that's not trying to show off. That's literally saying I haven't put on body fat yet in the off season. It's ridiculous. But just slowly increase your carbs, and then once you get to a point where you're like, well, I'm eating like 400 carbs, so I should probably stop increasing them. Maybe increase your fats a little bit, your protein, I don't know. That's why I don't do this myself, guys. That's why I always recommend hiring a coach. A, he knows what he's doing. He's incredibly smart. And B, it keeps me accountable because I'm paying him, and I'm not going to waste my money on something that I'm not going to follow. So it's it's a pretty easy concept for me, to be honest. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm reverse dieting. It's not hard. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me on Twitter if I can get more in depth with you. Like I said, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not saying follow the macros I gave you. I'm almost doing that for liability reasons. But that's what I'm doing. I'm increasing my carbs. I'm eating a lot more food now. I worked my metabolism up to the point where I can do that, though. It takes time. Just be patient. My shoulder is really burning. Thanks for watching, guys. You all rock. Thank you all for subscribing, and make sure to share and like this video if you enjoyed it. Okay, peace out. Bye.